Golo 8 News Now's Gurajpal Sangha has been following the story for the last couple of days.
Bob Hartman with the Washoe County Sheriff's Office says this is one of the rare crimes that is year-round. We're starting to see just how much the damage extends to other properties. And the snow right now, it's very fluffy. It's looking a lot better. There's just a few more spots of smoke here, but they have a pretty good containment on this fire. Shows some wear and tear. You can just see some of the concrete giving out over here. And this is what is left of Argenta Hall. You can see that insulation that's coming out of the building. That is the building on your right-hand side. Right now, officers from multiple agencies are on scene. The Lester Avenue between Robert Street and Albion Way is closed. The wrong way signs have been in place for some time, but what is new with this pilot program are the lights. They're hoping to get this reopened as soon as possible. The tow truck just arrived here on scene to move this NHP Trooper vehicle. The 4th annual Chalk Art and Music Festival is here. Unlike me, we'll talk to a true artist coming up. Wait for the days.
This is out of control.
Roll the red carpet.
Oh my goodness.
This is 183
It's like a snake. We all need a
different day-long designations for the month of May. You have kickball, football, baseball, and softball. And especially for softball and baseball, you have a lot of wear and tear on the infield. You can just see some of the wear and tear over the last 11 to 12 years. Yeah, Rebecca, this year Santa isn't going to be using any reindeers to travel or a one-horse open sleigh. Instead, he's going to be using this fire truck. Just check this fire truck out. It's all decked out. We got Grinch up there, right there on the top, and you got some lights and some ornaments around here. But let's go into his workshop. He's not here right now. He's expected to be coming in later today. Go to KOLATV.com and click on Hot Topics. And I promise you guys that I would try to find some skis, but unfortunately we couldn't find any skis. I found a snowboard instead with the help from Mike. So, Lindsay, what can people look forward to today and Saturday and Sunday?
Oh, we are so proud of you. Look at him go. For a guy who doesn't do this. Oh! Great job, Gurajpal. Thank you so much.
Oh, man.
And Gurajpal, there were more designations for May than actual days in the month.
And that list was more than 40 when you add what we received from a website and what we got through our inboxes. And trust me, we received a lot of emails. And when you have those instances like that, it makes you wonder if the purpose of these month-long campaigns loses its magic when there's so many of them. We also wanted to find out what should and shouldn't be on that list. So luckily, the people around the area helped us answer those questions. In this day and age, it's hard to have time for a conversation. Excuse me, do you have a few minutes to talk?
I don't, sorry. I'm late for class.
Hey, no worries, man, thanks. Whatever the reason may be, people are always on the go, whether on 2 limbs, 2 wheels, or 4. But luckily, there are other ways to spread the message. What are your thoughts when it comes to the National Observance this month?
Some of it is actually kind of arbitrary.
You can describe John McLaughlin as a straight shooter. He doesn't hold back after seeing just how long the list was for May's month-long observances.
There's just too much on this list.
The list, created by nationalday.com, shows around 40 month-long observances, with focus on wildfire, melanoma, teen pregnancy prevention, and a few others people support.
Hamburger month. And strawberry too.
Foster care month.
Cystic fibrosis.
ALS.
Skin cancer awareness.
National Mental Health Awareness Month. And putting it anywhere near the strawberry or salad or salsa or beef or egg month, it is a tragedy.
If you couldn't guess by now, Heather Hoxie and Luke Witowski have a real problem with this list.
Who in the hell thought it was a good idea to have National Mediterranean Diet Month?
They believe the month-long observances should focus on the real problems society is facing and not promoting things like eggs, beef, or asparagus.
Why can't we just get together as a community and sit down and talk about one of them a week and figure out how to make life better for those people that are suffering from those issues?
If you're doing all this, you're coloring with every crayon.
Are you saying you can't make a Picasso with every crayon?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you can't do it at the same time when you're using every single crayon at that time.
While most people agreed May's list was way too long, some even tried adding more.
Let's make it National Barbecue Month.
National Barbecue Month.
It's on there.
Oh, it's on there.
I thought May would end up having the most months-long designations, but I was wrong. It was the 3rd most, according to nationaldayscalendar.com. And if you're wondering which month ended up finishing in first, October finished with more than 100. It's amazing how much you can pack into 1 month.
You know, and they got a great point because a lot of these days, a lot of these things are important, right? They get the awareness out there for diseases, and conditions people have,
Right.
and then you mix in salsa, which is your favorite.
I do like salsa.
And I'm a barbecue
Beef.
guy, so
Beef, national beef.
beef, but you know, it clouds what we're doing here, right?
Yeah, so this is the list, cover the list.
The
right here.
scroll.
Wow.
You
Unveil the
think
scroll.
this is bad? This is just a month long. We got the week-long celebrations, which is about 19.
Wow.
Wait for the days.
This is out of control.
Roll the red carpet.
Oh my goodness!
This is 183
It's like a snake. We all need a
different day-long designations for the month of May. This is amazing.
and it's not even the biggest month.
No, it's not.
We'll see you back in October then.
Yeah.
Gurajpal, some Paradise homeowners chose Northern Nevada as the next chapter in their life.
Yeah, some did choose Reno and also Sparks and some surrounding communities. One couple we got in touch with weren't too convinced about the region until they visited. In this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Lockwood, say hello to Jean Green.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
And her husband of 60 years, Frank.
Wears a little bow tie. Looks like
The more than 80-year-old couple have only been in this house for less than 10 months.
All right, this is the master bedroom.
But one thing is clear.
We love this house. We love this house.
It's a house that represents joy, love, and family. In fact, it's similar to their yellow house in Paradise, where they lived for 20 years. Before, it was gone. And the chimney was the only thing left standing.
started packing some clothes and the lights went out. And the smoke was so thick you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. It was just scary.
With the fire ravaging through Paradise and people desperately trying to get out, while some didn't, Frank and Jean know they were the lucky ones.
It took us 3 hours to go to Chico.
And on a regular day, it would take you guys how long?
On a regular day, it would take no more than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Frank's truck.
Thinking they had to start from scratch, the Greens made the move to Nevada to be closer to family. But after buying the house, realtor Tony Taylor and the community surprised them by furnishing the entire house.
Lost everything, and they were in their 80s, and it wouldn't have mattered if they were in their 20s. It was something that we wanted to do as a community to help them.
The gesture and being welcomed with open arms isn't something Jean is taking for granted.
This is a community of very kind people.
And the Greens told me that they sold the lot in Paradise. When I asked them if they would ever think about going back to Paradise, their answer was no, because of how old they are and they don't want to try to live through another situation that may be similar to the Campfire.